Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a tutorial on fractional stitches, at least how I do them. We are going to be using this as an example. This is part of a face from Mirabilia's Christmas Flourishes pattern, and I'm going to be stitching this part right here because you see all these little ones. These are all fractionals around the edge. What I have found is most of the time when you are stitching fractionals, it is giving the pattern shape, like the shape of her face. Used in face and body a lot that I see. In a snowman to make it look more round. Like I said, to give things shape. So I pulled the colors for those three symbols. Now, how I approach it, I would stitch the full stitches first. Like I'm going to stitch these U's and then I will, and the O, and then I will go back and do the little stitches. So let me go ahead and do that. U is 758. If you look on the pattern, you'll see right here there is a fractional stitch, and over here there is one. How I do, let me try to fold this so I can have it up above there. No, it's not going to work. I will do, when a stitch is listed like this in the bottom left, I will do a half, like a tent stitch in this corner from, like, just like this. I'm doing that one. I will come up in the bottom of the square and then go through the center hole of the 9 holes. See where I went with my needle? And there you go, there's a fractional stitch. See how it's only basically 1/4 of the square. So that was this one. Now if you go over here, it's the opposite. It's going to go from bottom right to the middle. So I go over to here, come up in this hole, I can get my needle through it. Come up in that hole and then in the center of the square, in the center of the, where you would put the whole stitch. See how I just did that? So that's a fractional stitch. Now I'm going to show you the other ones with this color thread because it's dark and I think you'll be able to see it better, but they would be in the color of the flesh. So we are going to now do these right here. See how all these are along the edge? So for that one, I would start at the top of the square. I would come up, well actually you could go in the center of the square because you know that's where your stitch is going to be, and then go in this hole. I don't know if I'm explaining this right. It's hard to explain it. That is a 1/4 stitch or a fractional. And then up here, next to this one, they want you to do, I would do the same thing. I would just do this stitch through the center of the square, and just like that. Because most of the time when you have fractionals like that, you can see all that back stitch. You're going to be back stitching around those stitches, and that will help fill in the square where there is no stitch, if that makes sense. I don't feel like I'm explaining this right. Or I don't feel like I'm explaining it clearly. Okay, and then down here, this is hard to like, right here, there's one there, one there, one there, one there. So let me go and do those. Again, it's at the top quarter of the square. And then you come down and it's the top quarter of this square too. Then below here, it's another quarter. And then below here is another quarter. Now there is a square on this pattern where her eye is, where it has 2 fractionals. Okay, so those are all fractionals. Now, like I said, these should have been in the flesh color. I just wanted you to be able to see them. If you look right here, this is a fractional, and then on the top half of the square is a different color fractional. So you would just go from bottom right to the center, and then the other color is top left to the center, because the back stitch goes through the part that does not have any stitching in it, if that made sense. Like I said, I'm having a hard time being clear about how to do this, but that's it. I mean, you just follow the direction of the stitches. If it's in the bottom right, then bottom right of the square to the middle. This one is the left, bottom left to the middle. You just follow in the direction. It's nothing to be afraid of. They're tedious, I will tell you that, but they really help when you get that back stitch in there to give dimension, to give shape to your pieces. Okay, I hope that helped. I don't know another way to explain it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. As always, thank you for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video.